Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
Flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between. Hey kids.
Howdy ho.
Today is Cannabis Day.
It is a Cannabis Day.
Oh my gosh, gather around the tree.
Ooh, or trees, if you're
Trees.
lucky. You know.
We're going to open up some gifts in the tree. Oh, look, the gift is already prepared.
It is.
So
Santa came early.
Kush Mints, Brandon. This is a hybrid sativa?
It is a hybrid. It's from like Animal Mints and one of your favorites, Bubba Kush.
I don't mind Bubba Kush and flower. I've had Bubba Kush and flower. I think, if you guys go back through our episodes, we were using a lot of hot dog water back then. And
really, really distilled hot dog water.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Availability.
It was some of our favorite carts.
Honestly, those legacy carts, for what they were quite fantastic.
Dude.
I was surprised that they would beat out a lot of the ones that I would find in the market from dispensaries.
Dude, big time.
Which was sad.
Like one of the favorite ones I have now, they did go down after a couple of years.
Yeah.
But at their peak, like they had this one called Limoncello. Go back and listen to the episode.
Yeah.
It's funny as shit. But
I actually, the flavor.
Oh, so
delicious.
good. There's like this hint of raspberries and citrus. It was so good, man.
Well, this one is so potent. The smell alone.
Dude, when I grind it?
You ground it, and I went in to go get some water, and I walked back out, and I thought you had already started puffing on it because it was so strong. And then I was like,
dank as fuck.
Oh, no, that's just the smell of the... Wow, that's really sharp.
So
there we go.
The the majors in here as far as terpenes are concerned, there's limonene, beta-carotene. What's after that?
Let's take a gander real fast. Limonene, caryophyllene, myrcene, linalool, and humulene.
Wow, this is almost like a hard sativa. The beta-carotene kind of leans towards the indica side.
It says it's supposed to be a pretty balanced hybrid, but let's spark it up and take a gander here.
All right, dude. You
see what happens.
You christened the bowl.
I won't say no.
We did review this a while ago on a distillate, but that was years ago. If you go back and watch the episode, we laugh at it too. But what's really cool is that this is going to be awesome. Now, this is a Dragonfly. I know. We got people on Spotify like, dude, you guys are always talking about Dragonfly, man. Just come out here to Park City.
Check out some other ones.
We're going to be coming to a lot of other places. I mean, again, go to check out our website. If it's not up right now, it's going to be up really soon. It's so cool looking.
I am so excited for Cannabis School approved, dude. The fact that they can find like quality dispensaries or dispensaries in their area, places they can go get products in, as well as like where they can go get their medical card, things like that. So
and so much more. And we're going to be rolling these things out in phases. So you're going to see a lot of things. So many cool things. It's not just going to be a directory. It's going to be so much more. We want you to hang out on our website. So stay tuned.
Oh, this is a really interesting flavors. It says that it has like menthol notes and mint and pine. I don't know what menthol really tastes like. It's not a bad flavor profile. I was going to say it's not super coffee, right, as Jesse coughs one out.
No, but that wasn't bad. I was going to say... it's so dry during the winter here in Utah.
It
in
really
the back of my throat.
Oh, it's been horrible. Dude, I blew my nose yesterday, and I got a bloody nose just from blowing my nose.
Yeah, that's my wife and kids. I pick it too much to be able to that way. Just kidding. I haven't done that at least in a day. But thinking about like the quality of hits that you're hitting, and this is just an attestament. Dude, I'm just going to say it. Jet, what the fuck, dude? Reach out to us and talk to us. Because we give you so much love, dude, and just like fucking silence and crickets.
He's so busy, I'm guessing.
I hope you're busy.
I hope he's busy.
I hope you're busy. I hope you are. I hope you don't even look at. I hope you don't even listen to this. And I hope if you are listening to this, bro, send me another one.
If we love this device.
Well, dude, I'm telling you right now.
George Jetson is indestructible. He's
heavy as fuck.
Yeah, but the best piece that we've ever had.
Oh my gosh.
This one has 4 perks in it, and it is the smoothest experience that we've had to date with a bong.
Well, I was just going to say, like, you know what, dude? When I hit my little MJ arsenal at home, There's something about that bong that really does not vibe with me like this one does. This one actually, I don't cough as much with this.
I think it's all the perks, because since we've had that one and it's been regular, I haven't used the Dark Starry Night one as much. I haven't used the little like glass sphere one, just because this is so much smoother.
Yeah, do you guys know of another one with the perks that's really awesome, better than jet filtration systems?
Or, yeah, a super smooth hit. What do you guys puff on? Do you guys use, like, do you prefer joints? Do you go to a pipe? Are you guys more of, like, vaporizers or pens? Or you don't not really use flower? Are you in concentrates or edibles? Throw down below in the comments. Let us know what your preferred method of consumption is for cannabis.
Not getting it done.
Yeah, what's surprising, like, even though this is a balanced hybrid, it's supposed to be very relaxed, euphoric, and aroused type of feelings from this strain.
Now, you're going to get a slight hint of meth?
Oh, shit.
Menthol throughout you're going to get a slight hint of meth with just a dash of fentanyl.
Yeah. You'll be jazzed for hours.
Yeah. Or dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what's nice about it, it just gently kind of coats your mouth. It's slightly there. For really new users, you will taste burning plant. But for those who have been doing it for a while, who understand a little bit more of the nuances, it's just like wine. It's just like...
a little bit of minty there.
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's nice. It's a really soft hit. That smoke is... dare I say, enjoyable. It really is. Now, when I hit my MJ Arsenal, it can be pretty fucking rough.
You know what was surprising to me on this one? It says that the most reported negative is anxiety. So I wonder if in high doses or for new users, if this one is a really low and slow type of experience. Now, right now, I'm not feeling overwhelmed in any sort of way.
I'm feeling tingly though.
In my face.
Yeah.
I feel it in my face.
But it's like tingles like...
oh, choke. And now it's dropping below. Right as I say that, I start to feel it slowly trickling down.
On my shoulders and my upper
tops
chest.
of my shoulders and that. Yeah, very interesting.
The coughing is coming from my dry throat, guys.
I do have... like, there's some back there, and it could be from the dry air, but it also could be a little bit from the strain as well.
It can be a little bit, but I'm saying, like, as far as like smoothness goes, taste, flavor, it's awesome. It's really good. Oh, yeah. It doesn't stick to you like your typical, like a burn taste.
I feel the dryness in my eyes.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel it. So this one is going to dry you out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be dry eyes, dry mouth, and potentially a little bit of anxiety, depending on... I could feel a little bit of tightness. Maybe not like tightness like it usually is, but
I know
just
exactly
like,
what you're talking about. Right here, I'm feeling like this tightness. It's not like the normal
tightness, though, from some of the others.
It's almost like just like slight pressure,
subtle.
like somebody putting
very
their
subtle.
Fingers right on my chest. Do you feel that?
It's very light. Yeah. Some of the other ones have more like tension or tightness feelings.
Super clear, though, for a very clear high. I don't know why my eyes are so freaking dry from it, but... well,
yeah,
I mean, of course,
wonder if it's a specific terpene that causes that it's like, hey, this one is more prone to giving you dry eyes.
I wonder if humulene is something that's more associated with that. Yeah, it's nice, but I like it because this isn't going to take me out. Now, I can't understand the anxiety part because I'm feeling a little bit of tension. But here's the thing. This is an active strain. This isn't something where you sit down and chat. This is like, hey, let's go smoke a couple bowls of this one and let's go fucking clean up your yard.
Yeah, go do something, like be productive, work, like it is.
Or just get shit done. Like you've got a bunch of chores around look, your apartment is fucking messy, right? It's horrible. Don't even talk to me about your sink. There's something growing in there.
I'm trying not to judge. Yeah. I really am.
I am judging you. And so you smoke this strain at Kush Mints. You just kind of feel like you want to go do stuff. Like I could be content and happy cleaning the dishes, cleaning up the whole kitchen,
I love those
performing
strains.
some marriage porn.
Marriage porn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that? This guy named Kenny from Australia.
Mm-mm.
They have this thing where this woman's like searching around on the net. And all of a sudden she finds like Pornhub and she's like, She starts looking through all of the categories and then it says marriage. And she's like, what? And she clicks on it. And then it's like this.
Him doing laundry.
No, dude.
Okay.
They're in like 70s attire. And she's wearing like some fucking disco shit. And he's over there with this like suit with the flared,
Yeah.
you know, the bell bottoms.
Oh,
and he's
gosh.
vacuuming, eating a sandwich. And she goes, honey, what are you doing over there? And he goes, I was eating a sandwich and a crumb. I felt it get away from me. So I started vacuuming. And you know what happens when I start vacuuming? Once I start, I can't stop. And then the woman who's watching, she goes, oh my gosh. And he's like doing all this. He goes, hey, we should go to your sister's house instead of this thing over here. And she's like, oh. And then she finds him looking at marriage porn too. And he's like, yeah, I could go to your sister's thing. And she goes, nah, don't do that. It's going to be boring. Why don't you go out with your mates and get fucked up? And he's like, oh, yeah, you're going to get some now. Right? It was so fucking funny, dude. I'll find the link and I'll put it down in the show
notes.
Could you
imagine if that's really how marriages were? Instead of going, hey, come do all this stuff I know you really don't enjoy. Like, don't worry about it. You go do you. We'll be here for that. Let's do the stuff that we love together and like go have fun. What would marriage be like?
Dude, that hits around about year 10. I know because my wife and I have that, it's not that I don't want to, I can't leave. It's that I don't want to because I'm such a homebody. If it's for business, I'm out. I'll do it all day long. I'll go wait late at the night. If you want me to come hang out with a bunch of people I don't really know just to get to know them.
I love hanging out with my friends and people I know. New random ones just for shits and giggles most of the time.
Now it's fun networking, though. Networking is fun.
But there's a purpose.
Yeah.
Dude, this is... So I was really surprised. I thought that for being like a balanced hybrid, it would have more pain relief properties in it. That I would feel less pain in my back. I don't feel like I do.
So we had a brief intermission, and
Dad Life called.
He left me alone with the bowl. So I smoked more, and it's actually in higher doses. It is pretty decent for pain. Now, I have suffered with tennis elbow for about 6 months. And because I'm an old fuck now, what I know is it just takes a really long fucking time for this to go. And I'm an idiot, so it's going to be even longer. But I have to ice it constantly in order for that pain to be there. Now, normally it'll seize up. When I have it like it's like if I'm sitting on the couch and if I ever get a chance to play the video games, right? Mm-hmm. Shut up. I do it every day. But I was if I'm playing and I'm sitting like this, and I go like this when we're racing, and I go like this, fuck. It hurts.
Because your whole arm's so tense.
But I'm like, no, it's not that because of the tennis elbow. It just fucking, because it freezes up in one section. Now, I've been sitting here during our intermission, fucking around on my phone, no pain. I mean, very, very slight amount, but normally it is all the time. So unless I work out every day, which I have not.
My back this last week has been worse than I've had in years. Mm-hmm. And so even this morning, like, that hasn't touched it.
That sucks.
It's way better today than it has been, but like, still, this hasn't really touched it yet. So that's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah, you got to have
maybe
high doses
if you have
of it.
really high pain, this might not be the best one. It's good, supposedly, for like relaxation, stress, depression.
You have a good amount of this. Like, this isn't a strain where you're going to be like, "Oops, I had too much." Like, you could do it, but it's not. It's not as strong. But it kept me like, if I need a fuck it moment, this is a great strain.
Oh, nice.
It's like when my wife asks me sometimes, she's just like, hey, I need something to make me just not think about anything that's going on right now. I'm like, all right, I got you.
I mean, this is great for stress, anxiety, and depression. So
it's awesome.
That makes perfect sense. You know,
Kush Mints.
Most of the head stuff is...
You know what? I actually avoided getting this several times because I was like, meh, I've had Kush Mints before, but... Oh, man, I hate saying it, man. This is some of the best weed I've had. Dude, that mintiness is still there. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah. That's really cool. That's really cool.
There we go. It's very dry, though. I noticed that once I get it going, it's almost like incense that it just wants to keep burning. And so I have to cap it but Utah flower.
Yeah.
I didn't actually feel the bud. Did you?
The consistency? The
flower.
Yeah. It's nice. It's slightly dense.
Okay.
Not as...
so it had some give, so it wasn't like totally dry.
Yeah,
it just is
just
Utah
a little
dry.
bit of give. Yeah, Utah dry.
Okay.
No, it was really nice, but that smell is so pungent because of the menthol or the mint that's in it. Because of that, now right now as I'm talking and I've been taking drinks, there's this slight cooling every time I'm inhaling.
Interesting.
Which is really cool. It's got a menthol feel. It almost, dude, like when I was in the Navy, like, I had a lot of friends from the East Coast, so I was smoking Newports with them. But this has got a slight feel of Cools or Newports. This menthol like coating is in my mouth. When you drink water, it actually, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a really nice experience though. Like I've been
super chill.
Yeah, quite impressed with the Kush Mints. For me lately, when we went to Dragonfly, that was what I asked for, was strains that were really good for pain, because that's what I've been feeling I needed this last week.
So like low to moderate pain, this may be a good one.
Yeah, probably.
But high amounts, I think this would be a good stacker with, like more adding a little bit more Bubba Kush would probably be a really good add-on to this. It'll still keep you happy, not super sedated. Bubba Kush is known for being able to put you in a little bit of couch lock, but just a tad, like I told you, man. It could
be a good pairing with like some purple milk mixed in.
Purple milk or
super boof.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that still is like one of my favorite flavors.
Dude, I mixed super boof with what was it? It was one of those sheep ones. I think it was the sheep.
Oh, Cake Crashers or Jerry cake?
Jerry cake.
Yeah,
you're right.
Something.
Jerry cake. So I mixed those. My wife and I both had that. This was us an hour later. And then you get that moment where it like hits you in the head. You don't. You're such a nice, good guy. He's like, I put my phone in another room.
It charges in the office
because I leave it there. I don't need it.
I had a buddy. He called me last night, but it was when we were racing. So I called him back after, and he didn't answer. And so I shot him a text. I'm like, hey, I'm charging my phone in the office. I'll give you a jingle tomorrow, because that's what happens. I plug it in, and then from then on, it's on vibrate. I don't hear it. I don't see it until the next day. And so when I go in and get my phone, that's when I see it. So, it's just different. But yeah, I can't imagine. I actually have turned on the setting on my iPhone for when it's too close. When I hold it too close, it'll go, hey, your phone's too close. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And so I hold it back. Because I notice sometimes, it's not always, but sometimes I get to where I'm pulling my phone in.
Really?
Yeah. So, and it'll just go, hey, your phone's too close. Shouldn't have it this close.
If there's something interesting I'm into and I can only find it on YouTube, I tend to just put it off to the side and almost listen to it like a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's what I can't always find some things like my brain is constantly
I think
going.
Mine's when I'm like looking at a site or something, like I'm reading something, but then as I'm reading it, I'm like pulling it closer and it's like, hey, your phone's too close. I'm like, oh shit. All right, yeah.
Why is that? It's
just a setting in there. And so
I know, but why would you not want it to be close to your face?
I don't know. It's probably like sitting really close to the TV. Maybe it's not good for you. I don't know.
Well,
I haven't looked into research for it, so
I think the TV thing was proven that it was a misconception. But no, I get it. But it's having...
You'd have to ask Apple. They just built it into it, and I'm like, yeah,
like
I don't
this
know.
Would be too close.
Well, that would be ludicrous.
Right.
But see, even like when I'm sitting there, this is probably too close.
Oh.
Like, why would I need my phone this close?
Well, if your eyes are fucked up.
Then I should use a bigger screen, increase the size of my font. There
Glasses.
are settings and things. Yeah.
There are glasses.
There are options to do instead of going, hey, I'm just going to do this. Like, there's ways to navigate it in probably a smarter way. I'm guessing the setting is there for a reason. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a gimmick and it's shits and giggles. They're like, people just sometimes like to hold their phone far away, so we're just going to put the setting in. You know?
No, it makes sense. I think it's something that you just don't want it too close to you because of the blue light. Because that's typically what people do at nighttime is they'll have it like right here.
They stare right at their phones.
Yeah. And you got, I mean, there's blue light settings you can be able to set and all that to be able to help with it. But dude, they've talked about it so much neurologically. Like when you have your phone and you're seeing it in a dark room, it can really fuck up your I know it did for me.
Rhythm.
Oh, dude, it totally fucked mine up. I mean, I've been working hard on that. All I do is I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be disciplined enough not to do it. I put it off far enough where I can't reach it, but I want it there just in case something happens and somebody called me. Just because I'm a very cautious person.
See, I know that I only used to do that when the kids didn't live with me. But now I'm like, there's nothing I can do for Finn in that moment in the middle of the night. He lives thousands of miles away. There's truly nothing I can do. And Addie lives here. So there's no one that I'm worried about that I'm like, oh shit, I need to wake up in the middle of the night, because every single person has someone else that they would call. It wouldn't be me. So I don't usually think, hey, I need to leave my phone on unless it's like my kids are out at a sleepover that night. Then I'll bring my phone in the room and leave it on loud that night, because I'm like, if there's an emergency and Addie's out and about with a friend at their house, I want to be available. Past that, why? You know, it's like home phones back in the day and stuff. You know, it's like they were at home. We weren't always available. We just got back to them as soon as we did. And that's how I look at it with a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
no, good for you.
I don't need to hold it so where I'm always available. I don't need to always give everyone access to my time.
No.
But that's why I always
know I have people that will reach out to me in case there's an
focuses.
emergency.
So, or I set focuses on my phone. So it's like, well, weekends. Okay, well, if it's not like one of my really good friends or family, the notification will not show up on my screen because it's not important. Same with during the week, during work focus hours and stuff, only particular things come through because it's like, I'm sorry, what type of emergency is honestly necessary that I have to jump off? Unless it's my kids, my partner, or like my brothers or like someone in that. Past that, why am I giving everyone access to my time always? I don't. I feel like it's not worth it.
Do you have a lot of people reaching out to you? Is that why you did that?
Yeah. And it was like, I found that, and I would just give my time anytime. Instead of going, yeah, no, my time doesn't need to always be given to everyone always. Like, I can give my time to people, and that's great. I can dedicate time, and that's great. But to always give my time to everyone? And to give that accessibility? That's why now, like, if
that sounds horrible. Like,
if they're not a contact in my phone,
to you, like all the time,
yeah,
like
it's
constantly.
Terrible. Well, it's even like contacts. So when you start a business, you get calls all the time. So if it wasn't a contact in my phone, why would I let them ring through?
Oh no! I mean, you got the setting over there; it'll mute those calls. I do that.
So it's all of those things of like, but you like to give your time to people all the time. So it's like someone call. Yes, but yours isn't always money. You also just like to give people your time because that's just who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you'll stop at the store and talk with someone for a while because you're just there. You know, that's just how you are. We just are wired differently.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But that's me, and that's how I navigate it, because I look at it and I'm like, yeah, what is important to me?
Yeah.
Like, if it was a thing that I'm like, oh, cool, this might bring me income, this might be this, cool, that might be a notification I allow through.
No, I'm completely understand that.
Person particular.
Well, and it's interesting because when you learn that about people, I was like, when you said that, I'm like, oh, it's not. That's why.
Yeah, I always have every setting for that because I'm like,
no,
I can give people my time, but it's even like, if I'm doing something and we live in this trained habit world of, oh, hey, I got a notification. Hey, my phone got a text. Oh, my phone's ringing.
Oh, no.
Who is that? Do I need to give my time right now? Well, what if I was doing something that actually was valuable, and instead I'm pulling away my time for that second for the notification of someone who really wasn't important in that moment?
So would you say that time is extremely valuable to you, and that's why?
I value time immensely. And so, like, when people don't respect my time, that's a huge pet peeve. Because it's like, I respect your time, but when they don't respect yours, it's kind of like a slap in the face, it feels like.
Well, no. But I mean, it's different people and different perceptions, because
some people
everybody is all wired
some
about.
Some people don't.
Well, it's not even about a value; it's their perception of
they
what
value time differently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's or it's just there. I mean, it's going away either way.
Yeah, it's a different perception of how they value time.
No, that's just it's interesting to learn. Not that it's a bad thing, dude. Not by any means. I'm just like,
it's just the difference of people.
Well, it's a learn. Well, yes, but also that you also have to understand that other people don't understand that about you. So if you don't tell them, look, I'm really not like this. Well, what would you like me to do as far as communicating with you? Dude, send me a text or something. I'll read it when I get a chance. That's cool as far as that's concerned. Like I exactly what you state.
Most texts aren't an emergency. That's why it's a text.
No, that's exactly why. It's because of that reason. That's what I tell people that anybody I meet now, I'm like, you don't need to call me. You can text me. I'll look at it eventually, and then I'll respond, usually within about a day. And they go, okay, cool. So I don't take that, but it depends on what comes through. And you're right. I will talk to anybody because I enjoy connection.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy.
I love connecting, but I also still just like. I've learned over the time that like I just really enjoy limiting my time for everyone. Going,
dude, totally get it.
But like certain people, you can call me almost any time of the day, and I'm like, fuck yeah, it's Jesse. And it's those things that I'm like, there's certain people, my kids, any time of the day, they can call. My parent, like, there's these things that it's like, okay, these people, I will drop at anything for.
Yeah.
Because I love them, I care about them. They're my close friends. Anyone who I really truly love that close, it doesn't matter. They're on my you come through list. Because I know that they're the ones that they would do that for me. Because they're like, we have that connection. But there's all these other people. There's tons of people that I'm friends with, and I love them dearly. But that isn't the type of friendship I have. Where it's like, hey, they shot me a text. I need to, is that important? Versus like, oh, shoot, my kid shot me a text. Well, to me, that's way more important. And so I'm going to prioritize that, and that'll come through on any focus that I have versus there's a million contacts that I have that they don't come through on any focus, because it's like I can still open my phone at any time and their text is still there. I can still see it and go, oh, hey, I can respond to this, but it's not a priority. It doesn't ring through.
No.
Unless they were to call, because it's like, hey, but that's also set to certain times. It's like, hey, don't do this. Or if they call twice within 5 minutes, then allow it to ring through.
Yeah.
And so that's what I love with technology, is it's allowed me to just, and maybe that's because I hadn't learned boundaries with certain things. And so that's my way of setting boundaries, is like, hey, I don't give access to my time always. And I do to certain people. And so when I give my time to certain people, it's valuable. Because it's like, hey, I'm giving you this time.
To you, it's very valuable. So you hold that dear.
Yeah.
And you respect other people's time, because that's...
Immensely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I look at it and I'm like, all right, like, but that's how I am. Because it's the same as I would want to be treated. I'm like, to me, I value time so much that I will always value someone else's time.
Would you say that you value time and it frustrates you when other people don't value time?
Yeah.
So you don't understand how they value.
That's just my shit. Because to me, we, and maybe it's just communication. Maybe I didn't effectively communicate that ahead of time. Again,
so
there's so much to that.
So being on time is a big thing for you too.
Oh, I'm never late. I'm not often late.
Yeah.
I usually like to be a few minutes early. But that's just how I've been. My family was never late. We were always early.
Yeah, it's been ingrained in you.
Yeah, so that's how I've been raised for my whole life. And it's like, all right, it's so deeply ingrained that I don't know how I would do that differently.
Dude, I just learned
so weird.
So much more about you in these fast few minutes because, and this is good, we're going to talk offline right after this because I understand you so much more now than I have in years. And the reason why, there's a lot of reasons why, but dude, I completely understand where you're coming from now. I understand exactly what you approve of, and that sometimes you're not going to be able to openly communicate about it because it's just the way you do things. I understand that all of us are wired different, and especially what you do there. But dude, thank you so much. That's awesome. This is a very introspective because it's chatty, but it's not like tangent chatty.
No, and not like randomly, like that your thought pattern is like you lose your train of thought. It's a very good focused, but like
just chill,
deep, random.
Well,
like you said, introspective.
And you can keep pretty, I mean, because like when I was hearing you talk about that, I was just like, oh.
But see, yours is very different. And like, Addie's wired different. And everyone that everyone is different.
If I can say something about that, but there is a distinct difference between the perception of who we think we are as opposed to who we are. And so it's just very interesting when you're able to do that and you're able to classify those going, oh, that makes so much more sense. It literally, dude, is like looking at one of those like Pandora boxes. You know what a Pandora box is? It's a puzzle box.
Yeah.
And in order to be able to get there, you have to know the right areas to push.
Yeah. It's all the weird things to get the box to open.
Yeah. And they're so cool. But they're extremely fucking complicated. And if you don't have the patience and time, you won't be able to get to that breakthrough. You can't. Exactly. Yeah. And here's the funny thing is that we don't perceive ourselves as these complicated boxes. No. We think we're pretty straightforward.
Well, because we are always like, but this is what I said. But what did they hear? And what was everything else that
But also, what are their behaviors? You know, it's like...
It's not just the words.
It's like Dave Chappelle says, like, I hate when they write these articles that are saying 10 ways to please your man written by some lady. Like if it was written by a man, it'd be more about like, suck his dick, play with his balls, and don't make him a sandwich and don't talk so much. It's just like, but see, that's the funny thing is that like, that is just an overall generality that, because it's funny. That's why he's saying it. But, it is a generality that maybe some women or even men think. So we think in generalizations. And the one thing I was just really cool. It's seeing you in a different light, which is awesome because now I understand. Well, anyways,
my hyperness around certain things and that where it's like an irritation and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that makes way more sense.
Oh, dude, this has been such a good episode. Hey, everybody, go check out our website and leave a review. Tell everybody else to leave a review. We love the comments on Spotify. Keep that up. That's hilarious. They're like the biggest highlights of my day when my phone buzzes,
pops up.
I give my time to you.
Creators for Spotify. It's like, oh shit, what did they say?
Awesome, dude. It's so good. But hey, guys, seriously, go check out some Kush Mints wherever you're at. It's fantastic. If you're in Utah, visit a Dragonfly or buy some Dragonfly.
Actually, so right now, because we just checked, you'll have to see if it's available.
I'm sure
Dragonfly didn't have any.
Well, they might be out.
I did see Standard Wellness had grown some and a couple others. So find Kush Mints in your area. If it's Dragonfly, if it's any of the other cultivars, find one that works really good for you because it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I've tried different strains around here from Fine, from Black Sheep. They're good. Quality-wise?
Fine? Was the...
Find.
Oh, was the name?
F-I-N-D, period.
Okay.
That's the product.
Like the brand?
The brand. The company is Trike.
Okay. So, interesting.
Yeah, it was good. Comparing, they're pretty good. But we didn't do Larry Cake.
No, we did Cake Crashers.
I'll have to get another one of that.
That's okay.
I think I grabbed just a gram of that. That's why, just to try it out. It's a good one.
Was it the same? Was it about $20 a gram, or how's there? Oh,
yeah, it's $20 a gram.
I hate that. I still, I'm going to bitch and moan all about that because I don't like the fact that it's the different price point for a medicine in a medicinal state only for it.
Well, learning about the growers and how they are like, my stuff is so amazing. We got to get I don't know. We've got to figure out a way to make them more money, but you're putting it on the consumers, and I don't care how good your shit is, dude. If it starts getting way overpriced, I'm going to look at something else. I love Dragonfly. They can be pricey, though.
Yeah, but I've been really surprised at how much of their stuff has gone on sale, that I've been able to get eighths of Dragonfly for 45 or 50 versus the 65 or something.
That's usually what I go for.
I was way happier with that.
But even when I tried Black Sheep, I got that on sale. I think I paid $25 for the eighth.
Which for Utah is insane. And but wasn't that like a Black Friday kind of deal thing, though, around that time?
No.
Really?
They said, I was like, is this just, they're like, no, we have random sales at Curaleaf like this. They have a big old board, and it just has, the one in Lehigh does, and it just has all of these fucking brands, and they're like marketed, like this.
I went there once, the day that I had really messed up my knee.
Oh, yeah.
And because I was going to Casey's party that evening, he had just moved into his house and was doing a housewarming party. And I didn't have anything with me. And I'm like, I hurt so bad. So I stopped in there, and they had that big, really cool neon Curaleaf sign thing in there. And I was like, can I take a picture of this? And she's like, no, you can't. And I was like, I don't want to get any people in it, anything else. I just want that. She's like, nope, sorry, we can't. And I'm like, I didn't mention the show. I didn't mention anything. And at that point, I was like, I don't think I want to. But it was just kind of like I've never gone back.
I've asked them about that, and they said the reason why is they've got cameras all in there, and their partners review those. So if anybody is breaking any, they'll shut them down. And they said the corporation has such strict policies.
Yeah, that's what they said. But I'm like, but if it's for something like that, couldn't it be allowed with like, hey, this is for this show, they're not going to do this?
I would just do it. I wouldn't even ask them. And if they said something, be like, oh, sorry.
No, at that point, I was like, I thought it was cool, but why would I want to share that across our stuff?
Oh,
why would I want to give them that? Because it was
it's an individual. I got to tell you, the last 2 visits I've had there have been really good. But I tell you, I've gone there 3 other times, and they were not so good. And I know those bud tenders. And
I was thinking about that because we got a message from someone out in Park City.
Yeah,
at the Curaleaf out there. Or
it's just a fan who really enjoys Curaleaf.
Yeah. But I was thinking about
What's his name? Brett?
And I was like, you know what really makes the difference? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these pharmacies, dispensaries, whatever, carry the same products unless you're in like Montana where you have to grow your own. Meaning that you can buy the same product across any of those, and really what it is half the time isn't the main brand. It's the person behind the counter.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So you could have an incredible bud tender at Curaleaf and have an amazing experience, still buy quality products.
I think I've been lucky on that part because it's just cool.
So it's not necessarily shitting on all of the big box names because a lot of those still carry every other product that you can still get, but it's finding that connection. Bruce, if you are listening, because I saw you commented, and this is what I've learned from our other comments on Spotify. They can't make a second comment on the episode.
I hate that.
So shoot us an email over at hosts@cannabisschool.us, and we'd love to connect. See what we can do. So
that'd be awesome.
And for everyone else, we love you guys. Tune in next week.